I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you are the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you're my family, friends, or my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't even matter whether you dark-skinned or light-skinned. It doesn't matter whether you like me, like my YouTube videos, whether you give me threats or compliments on my YouTube. I greet all of you all with that same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Today happened to be Friday, June the 5th, 2020, time of the change, time of vision. It's about 11:50 a.m. Today, I want to give honors to a man that, even though I was young when he was assassinated, but his family had a history of standing up against corruption, standing up against some of the powers that be. On this day, 52 years ago, on June the 5th, 1968, during a crucial time of the Vietnam War, anti-Vietnam War protesters, in Los Angeles, California, Robert F. Kennedy had just won the won the California primary, presidential primary ticket. He would be running for president. I believe during that year, I believe it was Lyndon Johnson. He wasn't going to run for to be reelected for another term. But Robert F. Kennedy was shot on this day 52 years ago. The next day, on June the 6th, 1968, he was pronounced dead. I would like to say, may he rest in peace. For those who ask me on my YouTube video, some of my ignorant, coward critics asked me, did I think John F. Kennedy and somebody else was prejudiced or white supremacists? And I didn't answer them on that YouTube, but I wrote poetry back in 1992, and it showed you that I honored John F. Kennedy. May he rest in peace. May his son, John F. Kennedy Jr., rest in peace. Both of them was good people. So was Robert Kennedy. But I like to say on this day that me and my household honoring those that say that I just speak up about black people. I'm black, so I talk about a lot of black things when other people don't. Yesterday, people asked me why wasn't I at the community prayer thing. But one of the people that was speaking up there was they said a handful. They said some of us some of them that was out there are hypocrites. But I viewed a lot of the coverage, and like I said, I honor anybody, give a thumbs up to anybody that end up saying that, hey, how you doing? Oh, blessed by the best. End up saying that they coming for prayer. You know, I honor people for that. Hey, how you doing, brother? All right. But what I want to say is, it was one lady there that some of my friends that viewed it told me what she said about, they got about 10 minutes of her speaking, a white female that's a school teacher. And she said her husband is a police officer for the Charleston, Missouri Police Department. She was probably the only one out of all of them speaking that the people in my circle said that really made sense. she implemented God. Hey now, she implemented God, letting it know that some people may not like what she's saying, but you know, some people need to change in Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County. And she didn't have to mention their name. She said, you know who you are. It's letting you know that it is a problem here in Charles, Missouri. What the NAACP president here in Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County, and the present sheriff for the Mississippi County Sheriff's Department here that's in office now, what they were saying, you know, all you got to do is just take a look. You know, they don't care about what happened to George Floyd, because if they did, they would have cared about what happened to Tory D. Sanders in May of 2017 in the Charles, Missouri, Mississippi County Detention Center jail, when he was murdered by a group of Charleston, Missouri Police Department here and some Sheriff Department here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. They was murdered. He hollered out when he was talking to his mother on the phone. He said, "Mama, they killing me. They trying to kill me." He hollered out for his mother. He was tased. He was shot with mace, and they was on him just like they was on George Floyd. This ain't the first time it happened. Look in Anna, Illinois, where majority whites is. I did time in that area. It used to be one of the most prejudiced areas here. They gave a protest showing they signs, asking for justice. They didn't mind to show that they was really supporting fighting against injustice. But here in Charleston, Missouri, the leaders that you've seen, with the exception of the lady, the school teacher, she knows problems in the Charleston R1 school district. You see what I'm saying? A lot of other ones, some other ones out there, I don't know what their agenda was, but I know those that I seen to speak besides the lady, their agenda wasn't about justice. You know, their agenda wasn't about justice. But I'm gonna end this here for a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna end this here for a minute, but I'm gonna get back with y'all. Rest in peace, Robert F. Kennedy. Peace be still. Yes, sir.